Good morning, River Rocks. Let's get ready to get into the Bible together. We're going to be in Psalms chapter 30. Psalms chapter 30, incredible. We're just continuing to march through the book of Psalms, and it has been just encouraging. I hope that from a devotional perspective, you've been able to spend time on your own getting into these Psalms so that you might be able to glean that which is in them that might even be different than what I might share, and they become more rich and more encouraging to you. And so here we are, we're in Psalms 30, and we just get this beautiful, blessed reminder of what it is to have the Lord answer our prayer, the experience of it, the depths of our soul, which can ultimately be satisfied by trusting in the Lord. And so as I go through it, there's just a handful of like points where it's like, you know what? Sometimes we feel like we are in the absolute depths of despair, depression, anxiety, fear. You're just concerned. All those things are a part of life that we face. And we need to be able to have a place to go that can truly bring a well of fresh water to that which may feel bitter, that may be hard and difficult. And so this is going to be a beautiful psalm for us to see as we draw close to the Lord, that in those hardest seasons, that he can have a complete and total change and bring that about in our lives. So it's really cool. Verse 1. I will extol you, O Lord, for you have lifted me up, and you have not let my foes rejoice over me. O Lord, my God, I cried out to you, and you healed me. O Lord, you have brought my soul up from the grave, and you have kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. Sing praise to the Lord, you saints of his, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holy name, for his anger is but for a moment. His favor is for life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Now in my prosperity I said, I shall never be moved. Lord, by your favor, you have made my mountain stand strong. You hid your face, and I was troubled. I cried out to you, O Lord, and to the Lord I made supplication. What profit is there in my blood when I go down to the pit? Will the dust praise you? Will it declare your truth? Hear, O Lord, and have mercy on me. Lord, be my helper. You have turned from me my mourning into dancing. You have put off my sackcloth and clothed me with gladness. To the end of my glory, may sing praise to you and not be silent. O Lord, my God, I will give thanks to you forever. All right, so what a beautiful picture. And what we get to see here is this constant sense that he's in struggle. He reaches out to the Lord, and then God brings life. Some of the verses that really stand out to that is like verse 5. For his anger is but for a moment. His favor is for life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. What an excellent promise for those who place their trust in the Lord. That there have been many nights where you may have wept, you may have been exhausted and tired and worn out, just whether it's through fighting, whether through its anger, whether through its fear, whatever it might be, you're gripped by it. But when we place our trust in the Lord, every time the sun comes up, it is a reminder that his mercies are new every single day, that even right now, as you can start to see behind me, lights starting to peak up, this is a reminder. God's mercies are totally fresh and totally new for every single one of us. Verse 6 says this is pretty powerful. Now in my prosperity, I said, I shall never be moved. This is kind of an arrogant response that David had said, right? As things are going really well, as he's been in this position of prosperity, as he's been able to kind of settle in, he says, I will never be moved. From his own perspective, from his own place, he has enough. And he's saying, I shall never be moved. But then he counteracts that in terms of a reminder, Lord, by your favor, actually, you have made my mountain stand strong. And then he goes back to that same thought. He said, you hid my face and I was troubled. And so you see how this back and forth goes. And what happened there is that in his prosperity, he ended up facing trouble because he thought that he wouldn't be moved. right? And that's so many times what happens when God brings us into a safe place, a place that would be, a sense of comfort, a sense of just cruising in life, that we can kind of step back and be like, you know what? No longer do I need to just trust the Lord. I can trust in my own self, even though we'll say all the right things. We start trusting in our in things, in stuff, in a car that works, and a body that functions, and all those sorts of things. And then over time, we realize it's like, I'm hitting a hard spot. And where are you, Lord? It's not that the Lord has left, but there's this experience because we've now placed our trust in completely other things. But the blessing is you're in that spot and you can cry out to the Lord, verse 8, and oh Lord, and to you, the Lord, I made supplication. What profit is there in my blood, right? What profit do I bring at all? I don't bring anything. And when we do that, we see that God ends up having mercy on me, right? Verse 10, hear, O Lord, you have mercy on me. Lord, be my helper. And verse 11, beautiful declaration. You have turned my mourning into dancing. You have put off my sackcloth and clothed me with gladness. And to the end of my day, my glory may sing praise to you and not be silent. O Lord, my God, I will give thanks to you forever. And that should be the wellspring of our heart. So be encouraged, guys, today, just by going through the word and understanding that regardless of where we're at in our life, there's only one who should be on the throne. It's Jesus Christ. And then if you faced a hard season, a hard day, a hard moment, that you can cry out to the Lord. He's going to hear you and he's going to meet you when we are his kids. So be encouraged and strengthened. And I love you guys. God bless you all. Have a fantastic day in the Lord. And we will see you tomorrow morning.